everybody, it's Crystal here with ABrokePlantEater.com, and today is Friday. Not only is it Friday, it's Frugal Friday. Not only is it Frugal Friday, it is our first Frugal Friday. Try saying that 3 times fast. I'll wait. Alright, you were better than I thought you'd be. So in honor of our first Frugal Friday, we took a poll through our Instagram and our Facebook page on whether or not you wanted tips learning how to save money at the grocery store or meal prep. 62% came back and said you wanted help meal prepping. The problem is our poll was a trick question. You can save money at the grocery store just by meal prepping. We're going to talk about 3 main steps on how you can save money at the grocery store just by meal prepping. Our first step is step number 1. You are going to be sticking to a main grocery store with a couple sub-grocery stores. The best way to explain that for you is to tell you what we do. Our main grocery store is Trader Joe's, and at Trader Joe's we buy a very large bulk of our grocery. We go there probably 2 to 3 times a month. And by going to a main grocery store, you get to learn your prices. It's a smaller grocery store, so they're not offering about 10 to 20 items of the one item you're trying to get. And because I stick to my main grocery store, I don't have to read any of the labels because I already know what's good for me and what I get there. I also know exactly what I can get there for when I'm meal prepping and trying to pick up ingredients. Then we shop at Mom's Organic Market. Mom's Organic Market is great. Everything in there is organic. We don't have to worry about what we're buying, and we just kind of splurge at Mom's. So it's things that we can't find at Trader Joe's, like Beyond Meat burgers. They have a great spice wall. They do sell matcha there. They sell a crap load of teas. And the best part about Mom's is they run their sales all month long. So the fact that we choose to only go there once a month doesn't mean we don't get last week's sale. Now our last sub-grocery store is either Aldi or Lidl, whichever one we feel like going to that week. We don't do both. The best part about these stores is they're basically cheap as fuck. It's also a hit or a miss, but for the most part, we can kind of run in and out whenever we are going between Trader Joe's and Mom's Organic Market, and we can pick up organic snacks for the kids. We can always get an organic soy milk there. They always have organic almond milk there. And there's just great pickups that are cheap. Again, it is a hit or a miss, so we can't always find the same exact things, but it's definitely a nice buffer for when we can't take our trek all the way over to Trader Joe's or Mom's. Step number 2. Meal prepping has kind of become this thing where everybody has to buy these fancy bento boxes where you separate the same exact rice and the same exact vegetables and the same exact protein every single week. And it doesn't have to be like that. Throw away all of your thoughts about a bento box and start thinking about large containers. This is where you'll put all of your main ingredients for your meal prep ideas. Whether that be rice or potatoes or noodles, whatever the main part of your dishes will be will go into these larger containers. Then you can kind of chop up vegetables, steam your beans, and put those all in different containers. That way, the morning of packing your lunch or making your dinner, you're gonna grab a smaller container and start putting in your main ingredient and layer. You can put it into a bowl, you can put it into a wrap, you can put it into a sweet potato. For example, let's say I chose sweet potato to be my main ingredient for just a few days, maybe a couple lunches, maybe a couple dinners, maybe even breakfast. I'm gonna tell you how. I will bake about 4 to 5 sweet potatoes in my oven and then wrap them up and throw them in the fridge. I might even put them in this large container just to keep it organized. Then I will have all of my little ingredients on the side, so in the morning I can cut this up, I can throw in some fruit, I can throw in some nut butter, I can throw in some seeds, and that's my breakfast. I can take another potato, maybe not on the same day, but on a different day for lunch, and I can throw in beans and corn and salsa and anything else that I want to put in here. So maybe some chopped spinach. That'll be my dinner or my lunch. The main point is not to get tired of what you're eating. So your main ingredient should be totally versatile. You should be able to stuff this, you should be able to put it in a wrap, you should be able to put it over some rice. You can do whatever you want to keep things different for you. Not putting it in a bento box and having to eat that box every single day will prevent you from getting super tired of it and maybe stopping somewhere convenient to pick up a wrap, maybe stopping somewhere convenient to pick up some unhealthy food. Maybe you're gonna crave fried food because you don't wanna go home and eat what you already have packaged in your bento box. Step number 3. Do not fall into the trap of trying to substitute things that you used to eat all of the time with pre-packaged things that are already made for you to taste like what you used to eat. For example, when I first went vegan, I missed chicken cutlets. Well, I thought I missed chicken cutlets. Problem was, I was buying a package of pre-made chicken cutlets costing me about $4.99 for only 4 of them. I have a growing boy. 4 chicken cutlets is enough for him. So now I'm buying 2 packages costing me almost $9. Instead, I learned how to make chickpea cutlets. So my point here is to be adventurous and be prepared to fail. I made about 4 or 5 different chickpea recipes before I actually wanted to finish all of the chickpeas I ended up making. My main point is that a bag of pre-packaged cutlets cost me $4.99, and about 8 cutlets that I ended up loving and I ended up making myself cost me about 25 cents a cutlet. And wrapping up our first Frugal Friday, we are going to talk about our 3 main points very quickly. Knowing your grocery store. These beans at Trader Joe's cost me $1.29. They're garbanzo beans. These beans cost me 79 cents at Aldi. These are black beans. Know your grocery stores. Second, preparation. Throw out bento boxes, large container, small container. Lastly, adventure. And with adventure sometimes comes a little bit of failure. Do not be afraid to try a new recipe for something that you used to eat, now made with plants. And be prepared to maybe fail, because it's okay to fail. It's okay that you're trying new recipes, and eventually you'll find one that you love. Thanks for watching. So from one broke plant eater to another, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, make sure you hit subscribe, that way you don't miss any of my future videos, and make sure you hit like just so that I know you liked it.